Hello everyone and welcome to the 37th episode of NiinaN Knitting. My name is Niina and I live in Jyvaskyla in central Finland with my husband, our two kids and a dog. I'm not on Instagram, still not, but you can find me on Ravelry as Niinima. And this podcast also has a Ravelry group that's called NiinaN Knitting Podcast, and you can find it by searching in the Groups tab on Ravelry or by clicking on the link down below in the description box. I'll put a link to the episode thread, and there you will find this episode's show notes, and through that you can find the whole group. There's nothing really much going on in the group at the moment because I'm not hosting any knit-alongs at the moment, and but yeah, the show notes are there. And there's an Ask Me Anything thread, and then there's an introductions thread. So feel free to go over there and introduce yourself and ask me if you have something that you want to know. Yeah, today is Friday, October 19th, and I'm home alone. The rest of the family is coming home today. They've been spending some of their fall vacation at my father-in-law's, and today they're driving back. I'm home from work. I just arrived maybe half an hour ago, and I just decided that if I want to get this done today, I'll just have to put a move on it because I'm losing light. It's somewhere after 3 p.m. and even though the sun hasn't set yet, of course, but it's coming from an angle, and if I were to go out into the forest like I often do, it would take some time to arrive at a suitable place and by that time it would have been really, well, the lighting conditions wouldn't have been as good as they are here at the moment at home. So yeah, that's why I'm here. Just explanations. What else? Yeah, the rest of the family, or the kids in particular, have had their fall vacation. I've been working as normal, but because I haven't had to take care of the kids in the morning, I haven't had to wake anybody up besides myself. It's been really relaxing week for me too, even though I have been going to work every morning. And what else? After last episode, I'll just check. It was no, I haven't marked the date in there. Maybe 3 weeks ago, something. After that, after last time I recorded, I've been to Ahvenanmaa, which is an island between Finland and Sweden. It belongs to Finland, but it's totally Swedish speaking, and it was a fun thing to realize that even though I haven't really spoken Swedish for, well, after the compulsory Swedish course at the university, so that would be like more than 20 years ago, and I haven't really used my capacity of Swedish before at all, because I don't know any Swedish speaking people. It was nice to realize that, yeah, I can speak Swedish if I have the opportunity to do that. So yeah, that was great. Besides, Marianhamn or Maryhamn, or however you would pronounce that, is a beautiful city. So it was great to be there. I was at a dog show. I was working at a dog show in there for a weekend, and it was a nice little getaway from home. And other than that, I've been knitting. I actually have quite a few FOs. I was pretty surprised when I started making the outline for the podcast, and I was starting to mark down my FOs, some of which are kind of small, but finished objects anyway. So yeah, I've felt busy. I've had days when I haven't had time to knit or crochet at all, but still, yeah, I've managed to finish stuff, so that's good. Yeah, let's get on with everything that I have to show you today. And I don't have all my FOs here anymore, but I'll add some pictures if I don't have them now. The first thing I finished after last recording was a width that I showed you then, and it was almost done. It is, of course, the Jyvaskyla soft or Jyvaskyla soft shawl by Meiju KP. And I realize now that I haven't measured it, even though I promised I would. So I'm just going to pause this for a sec. So yeah, this is about 2 meters and 30 centimeters wide. I'll put it on the screen what that is in feet and inches or whatever. So it's very, very the wingspan is very long, but if you look, if you take the center, the starting point, the width isn't that much. Let's see how much it is. About a little over 50 centimeters wide. So very, very long and not very wide. I'll insert a video of me blocking it here in the. Here you can see my Jyvaskyla soft shawl pinning or blocking, and I block this one really, really aggressively. I wanted to see if I could get a straight line in here, because after I'd finished knitting it, it was nowhere near to being straight. But we'll see what happens once I get it unpinned. But for now, it's just really, really long, as you can see, or maybe you can't, but yeah, I'll measure it and see how much it is. So yeah, like I think I said in the video clip, I really stretched it hard to, to make this upper top line as straight as possible. But as you can see, it does sort of curl up a little bit here in the middle, but it's not bad. It's pretty okay. But yeah, it's not a very, very wide shawl, but it is pretty long. But for the yarns, I think it's absolutely amazing. And the lace is really pretty. The pattern is pretty, but I'm especially happy with my choice of yarn because they're amazing together. So this variegated yarn here is Cosmic Strings sock blend. The colorway is called Wabi Sabi, and it's a normal like 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend. So it's a soft yarn, but oh man, the color is just amazing, and it goes really well with this Louhittaren luola or Knit Loops Lair Tuulentytär yarn. I did buy this. I had my Cosmic Strings skein with me. It was at the Jyvaskyla Knit Fest, not this summer, but the last summer. And I had my Cosmic Strings skein with me, and I went to Knit Loops Lair booth and got this, and I think they look really fun together. So this is glaring a little Knit Loops Lair Tuulentytär, which is 100% merino, superwash merino. Yeah, and the color is called Eiku, so that's oops in Finnish. So apparently it should have been something else, and it's not, but I think they look really fun together. And now that I've shown it to you, I can start trying to figure out how to wear the shawl. I have no idea because I know it's just very, very long, but yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. By the way, the sweater I'm wearing is my Yin Yang Dance sweater by Alphanitz. I really, really love this. I knit it last winter? Maybe. You'll find it in one of my previous episodes. But yeah, the shawl is pretty fun. The colors are really fun, and it was not too difficult to knit. So yay! My first finished object. And then my second finished object is something that I don't have here anymore, but it was a whip last time. It's one of those baby verses, and I think I have a picture that I can insert here covering the lamp in the corner. I use some Novita Nalle yarn, which is a DK or something, sport weight yarn. 75% wool, 25% nylon. It's a normal commercial Finnish sock yarn that you can find in grocery stores. But yeah, I've made a ton of them before, but that was another pair for because one of my friends asked if I could knit a pair so that she could send it or give it to a friend of hers. And then there is an ancient whip, something that I started on it was in the winter 2016, and it was supposed to be for my daughter, but of course she's 2 years older now, so this one will not fit her anymore. But I finished it finally. So this is a hoodie, and with this really cute heart button. And I had knit the body of the hoodie, the hood itself, of course. I have Kitchenered it from the top of the head, and then I had one sleeve ready, and I was only like missing a sleeve and sewing the sleeves in the body. So I was nearly done, but since I just didn't finish it in time for that particular winter for my daughter to wear, so I just gave off on it. Now it's finished. I'm going to hold on to it for a while and probably give it to my brother-in-law's daughter when she gets big enough to wear this. I think I knit sort of a size 3 years old or something. I'll have to see. The daughter is just almost 1 year old now, so yeah, I'll have to put it in a wardrobe somewhere. Yarn I use here is Jyvaskyla alpaca solo, which is 100% alpaca. I think it's 100%, yeah. And there are 167 meters in 50 grams, so that's 334 meters per 100 grams. But yeah, very nice and soft yarn and sort of a pink color. So it's nice for a girl, I think. I know I am one of those parents that like to have their daughter wearing pink. She didn't appreciate it at one point. My daughter hated pink at one point for actually quite a while, but now she does occasionally wear pink clothes, but she prefers maybe dark blue or green clothes. So it's fine. It's fine. Right. This shirt. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The shawl weighs 167 grams. So I have about 20 grams of each of these yarns left. I used about equal amounts of, I think that I used a bit more of the green than on this stockinette part. The yarn that I used in this stockinette part. And the hoodie weighs 170 grams, about. Yeah, that is finally done. One of my really old whips on Ravelry, and now it's no longer a whip, it's an FO. Really happy about that. Then my fourth finished object is a pair of fingerless mitts that I don't have anymore. I'll insert some photos in here. I knit them for my sister. Last December, I was talking with her, and she said that she'd like to have mittens, and I said, yeah, I could knit her a pair of mittens when I have time, because it was before Christmas, and she was saying that yeah, take your time, because she knew that I was making presents for Christmas and all that. So finally, now I have knit her, or I had started knitting her the mittens, and I used a pattern called Strong Heart by Wei S. Leong, and I had started the first mitten, and then she didn't even know that I was knitting on them at the moment, but then she sent me a PM or something, a WhatsApp or something, a message saying that she'd like to have fingerless mitts for this winter if possible. And I was like, sure, it's easy to cut them a little short or just make them fingerless mitts. Besides the pattern, which is free on Ravelry, has both versions, the mittens and the fingerless mitts. So I just made her the fingerless mitts. And the yarns I used, I used this this gray Droppsfabel yarn. So gray is color number 200. I use this. It's a fingering weight, 75% wool, 25% nylon. Yep, a polyamide something. And then I was holding it together with this wonderful kid silk, Drops kid silk yarn. So this is color 14, and it's 210 meters in 25 grams, which makes 840 meters in 100 grams, and this is 75% mohair, 25% silk. And I was holding these together when I knit it, and that's what created the sort of effect that there was in the mitts. And I really liked the pattern. It was not difficult to knit. I really enjoyed doing them, and I still have some of the mohair left. Well, we'll just see what I come up with it. It was really nice, and my sister was really happy with the mitts. And then I have one more finished object, which is not a really big one, but it's a really fun one. It's the plane. My nephew, my sister-in-law's son, is turning 2. Actually, he has his birthday next something. This is the 19th, so it's this Sunday. We're not going over there, but yeah, I have crocheted him this plane. I used some of different colors of Novita Seitsemänveljestä, the commercial Finnish yarn, and Seitsemänveljestä is something that has I think 200 meters in 100 grams. So it's quite a thick yarn, or heavy, whatever. 75% wool, 25% polyamide. And the pattern I used is free on Ravelry. I'll have to check. It's Happy Little Car, Plane and Truck pattern, called by Rebecca J. Venton, I think. You'll see it on the screen. So this is the plane from that pattern, but it also has instructions for a truck and for sort of a smaller car. So we'll see. I will probably have to crochet some more toys. But it was really fun, and I think I crocheted this and assembled it in 3 evenings or something. I'm really happy with it, and I'm sure that he'll he'll be happy to have it once I get it to him. Very, very fun project, this one. Yeah. And oh yeah, I've been forgetting to tell you the needle size. For this one, I used a crochet hook 3.5 millimeters, so that is the letter E in the US system, I think. For the fingerless mitts, I used 3.5 millimeter, that's US size, for DPNs. And then for this shirt, this sweater, and for the shawl, I used 4.0 millimeter needles, so that's US size 6. This one was knit with Chaugu red lace needles, and don't even remember what I used for the body. It was a circular needle, but probably just one of my like very cheap ones, and then I used DPNs when I knit the sleeve. So that was 4.0 millimeter. That's US size 6. And what else? The baby verses I knit on 3.5 millimeter, US size 4 DPNs. Right. That's the FOs. So 5 FOs. But yeah, I know. Their shirt was only missing a sleeve, and this shawl was almost ready last time I recorded, and yeah, the plane is really small and quick to crochet. Yeah, not bad anyway. Turning the page. Bling. And then let's move on to my current whips. I have 2 that I've been working on after last time I recorded. First of which is also a really old whip. This is a scarf that I've started knitting. Did I even mark it down here? No, but yeah, it's been, a whip for a long time, at least since 2016, but maybe even longer. So this is a scarf that I'm knitting with the herringbone stitches. It's something that I don't even remember where I found it. I'm using a YouTube tutorial when I knit it, and I found it somewhere, and then I started sort of trying it on and trying how wide a scarf or how many stitches I would need to cast on to get a good size scarf, and what size needles I would use or need to use. These needles are really big, and they're these plastic Novita needles. They're huge. They are 10.0 millimeters. So that's US size 15. And I have to tell you that I don't enjoy knitting with them because I think they feel sort of awkward or clumsy in my hands. And that's probably one of the reasons why this hasn't made that much progress. Last time I sort of left it resting was when I ran out of the first skein ball of yarn. So this is where I started this time, and I've knit this much now. I don't know, 40 centimeters maybe. Yeah, it's the sort of stitch that or the sort of project that would make quick progress if it wasn't just so dull. So it's kind of boring, but I've tried to pick it up whenever I'm somewhere where I just need some very easy knitting. And we were visiting my mom when my sister had her birthday this last weekend. Yeah, they were celebrating. My sister and her husband were celebrating their 40th birthday. Both of them turned 40 this year, and so I had this in the car. I was knitting this in the car when we were going there. I just put some progress keeper. This is one of the progress keepers that I've made myself quite a while ago. Yeah. Anyway, I do want to finish it. I have a third. I'm on my second ball of yarn. This is also Novita yarn, Novita Isoveli, and as you can see from the orange price tag, it's something that was on sale. I don't even remember when. But yeah, Novita Isoveli. So this is also 75% wool, 25% polyamide, and there is 130 meters in 100 grams, so it's quite a heavy yarn. That's why I need such big needles to knit it. But yeah, I have a third skein too, and I'm pretty sure that 2 will not be enough to get a scarf that would be nice to wear around your neck. Maybe. We'll see when we get there. But yeah, that's what I have been working on after last time I recorded. And then there is a third whip. This is the second whip. What am I talking? The second whip, it's a new one, and it's in the project bag I got from Hurjahanna. And let's see, I'll start with the yarn. It's a new yarn. It's something that I bought from Neulosi, one of our local yarn stores. This is Leong Yavol Magic yarn, and yeah, I don't know which of the colors is which of the numbers is the color. Maybe the 1610. Anyway, this is 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide, and it's this sort of variegated blue, different blues in there, and it changes color pretty slowly. So I think it will be nice in the project that I'm making, and which is a pattern that I bought, I think. Yeah, I think it's a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It's called Spinel, and this is, oh, the colors look pretty fun in this light. So I've just started. It has this kind of a slip stitch pattern for like 300 or something rows, and then you of course increase all the time, and then there'll be well, it's not a lace section. Let's see if I can get it to show on camera. so good. But yeah, Spinel is by Paulina Popiolek, and I think this will suit winter really well because lace shawls are nice. They're beautiful and they're nice in the summer, but in the winter, I don't think it. This is for a friend of mine, and I don't think she'll mind having something like maybe a little more dense and warm, warmer than just a lace shawl. But yeah, let's see what it looks like next time I show it to you, and I'll have to put a progress keeper right away because otherwise I'll just forget. Yup. So yeah, the pattern here is actually pretty easy, but for some reason, maybe it's because of the dark yarn, or I really don't know why, but I haven't. It's an 8-row repeat, I think, but just slip stitches and knits, and then increases, and then there are like one decrease every so and so row, but I don't know, I just haven't gotten the hang of it so that I would just be able to just knit it without looking at the chart, even though it's really simple. So once at the beginning of each row, I'll just check, okay, yeah, this is the one where I do that and that. But I'll have to have posted showing the row where I am at, because otherwise I'll just, and I just, for some reason I haven't learned to read the patterning yet. I hope I will, because it's kind of stupid because it's so simple, and why do I have to read the chart all the time with this sort of very easy and simple stitch pattern? But yeah, so this is I really like it, and it's exciting to see how the different colors, or how the changing of the colors will look in the shawl. And I'm using my 4.0 millimeter Chaogu red lace needles in this because, of course, I love them. This is the package. Oh, can't see anything, but yeah, that says 4.0 millimeter US size 6. Yeah, that's everything I've been working on and that I am working on at the moment. And yeah, it's nice to have a little different things to do, like the toys, because it's a nice change for like Jyvaskyla with just socks. And no, I have not touched the last pattern of the Jyvaskyla, the one that I didn't finish in time. I will, but just not right now. Right, so my purchases, because I have made some. Of course, the yarn for the spindle, the one that I showed you just last, but then I bought 2 skeins of it. And then on top of that, this is all from Neurology. I was pretty feeling kind of tired and frustrated one day, and yes, I had been planning to go to Neolosi and buy the yarn for the spinel and then a couple of other things, and to look at and make some plans for future knitting. But this is just what I bought from there. I bought a set of 3.0 millimeter DPNs, so that's US size something. 2.5 is it? I think 2.5. I've had bamboo needles, and I still have my bamboo needles of this size, but the tips of my bamboo needles aren't great, and I have a circular needle from Knit Pro, this Symphony brand or whatever, and the tips of those are pretty okay. So I trust that these will be fine once I start using them. Now they've been just sitting in my tote bag from Jyvaskyla Knit Fest last summer. And then I bought another skein of yarn. So this is Katja Concept. Katja is the yarn bread, I think. Maybe Concept is part of it. I haven't put this on Ravelry, so I don't know what Ravelry or sort of under which name it is in Ravelry. But anyway, so this is Katena Merino Fine yarn, superwash merino. I think it's 100% material. No, it's not. Let's see. 78% virgin wool and 22% polyamide. And this is for a project that I have in mind. I talked about it last time, and I'm not going to go into detail this time either because I haven't checked what the pattern is called. But it's a cardigan with really big K-walls by Jyvaskyla Locatelli, but I don't remember the name. And it's for, I think, a bulky. I think it was for a bulky weight yarn, or no, worsted weight yarn. But because it has such big cables, I didn't want anything. Didn't want a really heavy yarn, so I'm just gonna experiment, and I'm going to try with this one and make a swatch. I'll probably try it with the kid mohair, because it'll make it a little thicker, and see how that goes. I will not use this combination for the cardigan, but just because this is a leftover. So I'll just see how that goes and what kind of gauge and what sort of texture I get with different needles and different just this yarn, and then this yarn held together with the kid mohair. See how that goes. But you know, this is one of those not something that I'll do when I get to it. I'll start it when I get to it. But I already bought the yarn because I just wanted to have it ready, because it would be terrible if I ran out of yarn, right? And ran out of things to do, because I don't have too many whips, do I? I've been working on these too, but like I mentioned, I have the sock whip from Torta Sock. I have a hoe sock from not this spring, but spring 2017, I think, and maybe a few more. So yeah. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been buying. And what I intend to do next, well, finished the spinel because I'm making it for somebody, and I want to finish it so that I can give it to them, give it to her. It's for a woman, and I just think that she wears the sort of clothes that I think that sort of denim blue, variegated denim blue shawl would, wouldn't go nicely together with her other clothes. And yeah, and the toys. I have the plane. When I showed it to my daughter, because they were already at my father-in-law's when I finished this, and we were FaceTiming or something, and I was showing this to them, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you finished the plane, and then you can crochet the car for that one, and then there was the truck that would be for that one." So yeah, I have some toys in the future, perhaps, for the other kids in the family. So that'll be fun to make also. They're having their birthdays. So now is the son, the first girl born for my sister-in-law's firstborn, and then they have a baby boy now. And he'll be christened next month. I'll have to make something for him, possibly a toy. And then the twins, my brother-in-law's twins, have their birthday also next month. So yeah, I will have some stuff to make for the little ones. And of course, stuff that you make for the little ones are the cutest and the most fun to do. And other things than knitting in the future, well, this weekend we'll be staying here in Jyvaskyla. Like I said, my husband and our kids are coming back today, but the weather is going to be rainy, so we'll have to try and find something to do indoors, because they're not very eager to go outside when it's raining. I'll have to go with the dog, and then a week from now I'll be going to Seinäjoki. There is a dog show in there, and I'm going to be working there. I'm going there with a friend and spend the weekend in there. Other than that, it's just work and free time, knitting, crocheting. I'm going to insert a video clip from maybe a week or two ago. It was a nice and sunny day like today was, and I just decided to take a small video clip when I was at the center. I was at the corner of the church park, whatever. So there is the main church of Jyvaskyla in the center of this park, and I took a small video clip of that. The video clip that you saw at the beginning of this episode was taken maybe a week ago on the lake that's near where we live, and it was a nice and sunny day, that one too, maybe even about at the same time as now, because you could see that the sun was coming from an angle as it is now. But yeah, it just was a beautiful day, and the lake was, I don't know, dead calm. So I thought it looked really pretty, and that's what you already saw in the intro. Yeah, but that's all from me for now. I hope that I'll be able to record in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Until then, I hope you have a really nice time, and happy knitting!